Just want our life to remain as it is.
Well now. Appreciate it.
I hear Lord Guan Yu has an underling.
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of.
Being hungry keeps you in low spirits. Come and grab something to eat. I'll keep it cheap, promise.
You seem to be in rather high spirits. Oh, yes. Might you remember what I said to you before? You are no one, so you can yet be someone. And you can be someone, and yet you are still no one. Does that ring true to you? Ah, excellent. I knew my faith in you was not ill-placed. What you choose will, in turn, be who you become. That's what I wanted to say. Right now, you're figuring out the path you should take. It's plain to see on your face. The path you ought to take. Oh, no. I'm afraid I was giving advice beyond my station. For what kind of person am I? What kind of person will I become? I have no right to speak of such things to others while I myself remain unsure. Well, it is a shameful thing. A further loss of face. Now you're the one encouraging me. Each time we interact, I walk away feeling energized anew. Now, I've no excuse to avoid putting my all into the matters ahead.
I miss the days when thieves were a timid bunch.
Just want our life to remain as it is. I don't really...
Oh, it's you. Go show him what you're made of.
Lord Yuan Shao loved his kids, to the point he left a battle just because his son fell ill.
Lord Shichu started a field.
The number of men gathered under Lord Cao Cao's banner increases.
Have you heard? They say there's a dragon living up in the...
is something we must tell you. We have heard that Lord Liu Bei fell ill a few days ago. His condition appears to be quite serious.
I mean, he is getting pretty old. They say he doesn't have a lot of time. Yes, one can't help but think back to what happened with Tao Qin.
Back then, he refused the offer of governorship, which eventually led to Liu Bei taking over Shu province. But now that Lord Chugu Lian is our strategist, I wonder if Brother's answer will be different this time around.
So, you wish for me to take over as Jing's leader?
Cao Cao currently controls the entirety of Hebei and will continue to focus on invading Jing. Should he succeed, no one in the land will have the strength to oppose him. Now that Lord Liu Bei has fallen ill, you may be the only one who can defend the province from Cao Cao, my lord.
But...
Given the circumstances, perhaps I should be more blunt. Taking Jing is a way for us to put a stop to Cao Cao's advance, but at the same time, it will be a first step toward a greater goal. Once Jing is under our control, let us go on and obtain Yi. It is a region of complex terrain and fertile soil, making it particularly important. Liu Zhang, who currently rules Yi, is known to be generous, but he lacks the boldness and decisiveness needed to protect his subjects. My lord, if you were to decide to rule both Yi and Jing, the common folk would accept it with open arms. By taking both provinces and allying ourselves with Sun Quan, who controls Jiangdong, our faction's strength will be on par with Cao Cao's.
I won't deny that I hope to one day control the entire realm. That will require me to stand up against Lord Cao Cao. And I recognize the logic in your plan, which will see Lord Cao Cao, Lord Sun Quan, and myself sharing power, splitting the realm into 3. But I cannot and will not steal Jing away from the rightful successor of Lord Liu Bei, not when he has treated us so well. Instead, we ought to support him while he is ill. I would be willing to take over the administration of the province. But taking Jing for myself would not be my way. That is but a betrayal of trust, and it is not something I wish to do.
Of course. Then I will not force this upon you.
You aren't going to attempt to convince me?
I was sure you were going to say as much from the beginning. However, this will limit our options. It may make our path much more arduous.
I do not care. There cannot be anything more difficult than betraying my own principles.
I understand.
You know, this might be weird for me to say, but I'm actually glad that Liu Song took over for Liu Bei. I know. Zhuge Liang said as much, and even I can't understand why he said what he did. But if Brother were to go ahead and do that, he wouldn't be the same anymore. That's what I think anyway. We might have talked about this before, but you know how our responsibilities have changed a lot, right? But Brother, his heart hasn't changed since the very beginning. His decision made that obvious. That's the kind of man I want to support. He has charisma, something I suppose every leader needs to have. And so, he needs to be careful to maintain it. Anyway, even though we may not have a big plan in mind like Brother or Zhuge Liang, let's keep moving forward through sheer grit and effort. Ha! You haven't changed a bit either, have you? I like that. Right then! Let's go give that bastard Cao Cao something to sweat about.
Easy to lose your way in the mountains of Xinye.
Hey, Lord Guan Yu! Training up?
Yes. And from the looks of it, you've been doing likewise.
Yes, sir. Lord Zhuge Liang said that Cao Cao is going to be marching on us with a huge army. So I figured I would do what I can while I can. Just finished up helping carry some supplies.
Well, that is a good start. Lord Cao Cao appears intent on getting rid of Liu Bei and bringing Jin Province under his own control. And we cannot let that happen. Zhou Tang, spar with me for a round.
Oh, seriously? Absolutely! How could I say no to a request like that from you?
Liu Bei and his sworn brothers fight any fearsome force that faces them. I can't wait to meet them.
I hear Lord Liu Bei refused Lord Liu Biao's offer of ruling Jing Province. I still cannot say what the best option would have been. Would it not have been better if Lord Liu Bei had ruled Jing, if only temporarily, to gather everyone to fight against Cao Cao? With a massive army advancing toward us, would that not have been the best option? I cannot see Lord Liu Song being up for a fight. I had a feeling you may be thinking the same thing. Still, I am also somewhat glad that things have gone this way. Lord Liu Bei is a man who brings honor to these lands. That is why so many are willing to follow him. For me, it was witnessing how he risks his life to see justice done that won my loyalty. If he had changed his ways and taken Jing from Lord Liu Song, perhaps his followers would have deserted him. Such a choice could have ruined all that he's built up over the years. But whatever the case, it is our duty as his retainers to keep him safe. No matter how formidable our adversary, we'll show no fear.
Shishu, why are you here?
Lord Liu Bei.
You have come to call for our surrender, have you not? As a messenger of Cao Cao?
I see you have not changed, Zhuge Liang. You see through it all, even without a word. Lord Liu Song has already surrendered to Cao Cao's forces. He supposedly promised that he would hand you over.
No.
No matter how great of a strategy Zhuge Liang puts into motion, the moment Lord Liu Song switched his alliance, you lost. And while this may be unexpected coming from your enemy's messenger, Lord Liu Bei, I beg of you, you must escape. You will have more opportunities as long as you stay alive.
Shishu is correct, my lord. Although, that is not to say it is impossible to defend Xinye while fending off Cao Cao's army.
You're saying there's a way?
Indeed. We can use the people of Xinye as decoys to lure the enemy forces into the castle. There, we crush them.
That will not do. By employing such tactics, we would be robbing the people of Xinye of the ability to decide their own fates.
Which is why I said that Shishu is correct. Quickly abandoning the castle and running is probably our best option.
Right. Okay. Let's do that. I appreciate your warning, Shishu. We can now hope to live to fight another day.
You are too kind. Though I may not be able to leave Cao Cao's service, I wish to be with you in spirit. And that is why I will not provide strategies to him. Not now or ever. I might not be able to advise you directly, but there must be other ways in which I can help.
No. Any subterfuge of that kind would only be a detriment. Instead, would you be willing to help us plan our next move?
You want me to help you plan?
Abandoning the castle is one thing, but getting away safely is another, and requires us to prepare some sort of strategy. And, with your wisdom, I am certain that we can make that strategy even better. There is no need to worry. If you make but a small contribution, Cao Cao will not notice.
You really haven't changed, have you? Fine. A small contribution it shall be. I trust you shall utilize it to aid Lord Liu Bei's cause.
Have you heard? They say there's a dragon living up in the mountains.
I'm all prepared and ready to go. I think I'm getting used to abandoning castles and running away.
I am sorry. My stubbornness just keeps causing more trouble.
You need not worry, brother. All we need to do is survive. Just like we've always done.
Right. We will protect you and your family with every bit of our strength.
I suppose I can't afford to waver now. Especially with my brothers cheering me up. All right. Let's go. We are all going to survive this.
My lord! My lord! I'm grateful to see you.
Some of the peasants here escaped from Cao Cao's invading forces. Others barred from their castle since Governor Liu Song's surrender. They've endured much difficulty. They've nowhere else to turn. We humbly ask for your guidance.
Bringing them along would inevitably slow our march's pace. Just advise them to avoid any rash acts. Cao Cao's forces are unlikely to raise a hand to peasants who have shown no resistance.
Zhuge Liang. The Longzong plan required the acquisition of Jing province.
My lord?
And now, I have taken Jing province. It would be truly strange to suggest relinquishing it now.
My apologies. Indeed, a kingdom is more than land. It is those who call it home who are truly vital. And you have indeed taken Jing province. So, let us combine our abilities to overcome hardship and discover the way forward. To your kingdom, Lord Liu Bei.
Forgive me, everyone. I wish for them to accompany us. That is my desire.
Our advance is far too slow. We need to put some distance between us and Cao Cao's forces, but at this rate, they'll catch up to us. The cause is fairly obvious.
I cannot just leave those who came to me seeking help.
Yes, I understand that. And it is my job to do something about our current predicament.
Well said.
I will now head to Jiangxia. The governor there, Lord Liu Qi, owes me a favor. We may be able to ask him for protection.
A favor, eh? Just what kind of scheme did you pull?
Oh. It was nothing, really. Lord Guan Yu, I would like you to accompany me to Jiangxia. We will borrow his troops, then return to escort Lord Liu Bei.
Very well. Zhao Fei, Zhao Yun, take care of Liu Bei until I return.
Of course!
With my life.
Thank you. All of you. My life is in your hands.
There you are, Zuluan. I see you are still with Liu Bei, assisting him in his struggle to stop Cao Cao. That is good. But what is going on? What is Liu Bei trying to do by taking this many commoners with him as he flees? Impossible. Cao Cao's army will inevitably catch up to them. Whatever his reason is, this will most likely end in a great deal of casualties. Why will he not run and leave the people behind? Even Cao Cao would not attack commoners who are away from their lord. And why would they not try to leave Liu Bei? This many individuals displaying such loyalty to one man at the risk of their own lives, that is absurd. I had only thought of Liu Bei as a simple tool, but... what? Spreading his beliefs and dragging his people into war. I suppose that is befitting of what people usually call a hero. And as with all so-called heroes, wherever Liu Bei goes, destruction and violence follow. No matter the words they use to glorify their cause, in the end, each of them sacrifices people for their goals. And judging from how dire this current situation is, perhaps he is even more dangerous than Cao Cao. I see Cao Cao's army has caught up. So, what will Liu Bei do now? Cling on to his conviction, accept the casualties, and continue on? I shall watch carefully.